You're tuned in to the Smart Love Podcast, where real stories, real lessons, and real love meet. This is your space to grow, heal, and elevate every part of your life, from love and relationships to success and wealth. Smart Love is a blueprint to happiness and becoming your best, most irresistible self. It's all about that smart love. Get you some. LaDonna, aka Smart Love. So excited. I'm saying, like, this is my day. This is my vibe. So today I have a special guest coming all the way from Nigeria, the Motherland. But this is a special topic because I really want to get into. Let me mute that for a second. Okay, I really want to get into all of the truths and myths that we hear about love in the motherland. Okay, we're struggling over here in the States. Okay, so I want to know, is it better over there? Like, are y'all doing something better than what we doing? Like, are y'all marriage rates better than ours? Are all the husbands in the motherland, and that's why the women over here can't find one? Like, we about to get into all of that. So I'm super excited. The topic for today is global love connections, okay? Black love from the motherland. So I have my special guest. I put my life into my job and I know I'm in trouble. She manipulate my love. I know holy and I know that bring the man of the hour to the stage. What's up, Desmond?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay. Good to be here.
Good. I'm glad to have you here. So I know it's like midnight your time, and you stayed up just to be a guest on Smart Love. So thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
So is this your first podcast? Have you ever? Oh, we already getting some hearts. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Drop me a hello in the comments and let us know where you're watching from. But so is this your first time on a podcast?
Yeah, it's my first time ever on podcast.
Okay, good. So, well, this is my first time having, someone join, across the waters. So I'm super excited to have you here. And the reason why I would say that a conversation that I had with you kind of sparked this topic, because like over here in the States, like sometimes men they're saying these things like, well, back in Africa, you can have as many wives as you want. And, if we went back to our traditions and our cultures, then, this is how a man is supposed to be treated. And this is how, so they throw around all these myths, half truths about Africa and like how it is over there. And, I know that there's some similarities, but I think that there's a lot of things that you can kind of clear up for us today for the people in the States who really want to know, how is the black love over there?
Yeah, the love is good, but I represent a fraction of Nigerian men and what they think about love and how they express their own love. So you mentioned various parts, Nigerian men liking marrying multiple wives. That's been a thing for a very, very long time, and it's still going on.
Okay.
So, but mostly in rural areas, that's where these things happen. More of this, the villages.
Okay.
So they tend to marry multiple wives, and I think because the cost of living is not that high compared to in the city, in the cities, they kind of reduce it because more wives, more kids, more money to send them to school and all.
Okay.
But the funny part is, where I'm from, it's more synonymous with us. We tend to have multiple wives. You know, they said one wife, more problem. Multiple wives, less problem, because the wives will be facing themselves, fighting, trying to please the man. So at the end of the day, they tend to let the man have peace. So
Mm.
yeah, so that's just
Okay,
it.
so let's break this down. So you're saying that in the villages, men can have multiple wives. So like we're talking like full families. Like okay, this wife lives in this wife lives in house. Or do they live together? Like how does that work?
So they usually live together. Some can, uh, most of these men, they are wealthy men. Some of them, some are not. Like different part of the country, according to the kind of uh, men they are. Let me go with Delta, for instance. So in Delta State, there are some chiefs that don't tend, they have multiple wives. They have this big house and various flats within the compound, and then they
Okay.
have multiple wives with their own kids in each compound,
Okay.
in each flat, in same compound. Why? Well, the ones I've seen in the north, they tend to, I think the Northerners, more of them, they focus more on having more kids
Okay.
than more wives. So
Okay.
different part of the country here in Nigeria, is how they do theirs. So some have more kids, some have more wives, which in turn leads to more kids. So it all
Ah.
depends. So some have them in different states. So you can have the travel to these other parts of the state and have one wife there, here
Okay.
another wife there. So it all
Okay.
depends on the choice of that man.
Okay. So tell me this. So like I feel like in the States, the desire to have multiple, to be a polygamist is more so about um, the man like wanting to, be able to have sex with multiple women. Like I don't hear a lot about like building more families and, like you said, like the goal is to have more kids and, kind of to build a family. Like it's just I just want two women and you all need to be okay with it and that'll keep me from cheating. So
Ah,
is it a different mentality over there when it comes to polygamy
yeah.
or what?
So I believe Nigerians were practicing Solomon. Solomon in the Bible.
Okay.
Lot
Solomon?
of wives.
Solomon.
Yeah, Solomon,
Okay.
King Solomon.
Yes.
Lot of wives and lots of concubines. So we do the same thing here. So we
Oh,
have,
so
uh,
wait a minute. So you
yeah,
have more wives and hoes on the side? Wait a minute.
well, no, not hoes, side chicks.
Side chicks. But if you
Yeah,
have
but
multiple wives, why do you need a side chick?
good
You get
question.
bored with the
It's
wives?
just variety. Just variety. Test
Okay.
different soup. See the one that suits you most, and then uh, come to think of it, the that's mentality of having multiple wives, that's been a thing of the old. But of recent times, young men, I like myself, I'm not interested in having multiple wives because
That was gonna be my
one
next
wife,
question. How many
yeah,
wives do you have?
and, one wife is is serious enough. Adding more to it is crazy. So nah,
Mhm.
so I don't think so. So more young men these days, I think they focus on making more money, try to travel abroad, care for their kids, and
Okay.
even tend to have fewer kids compared to back in the days. But like My dad had like 12 of us.
Oh, wow.
So, so
12 of you with your mom, or did your dad have multiple wives?
multiple. So one had seven. My mom had seven.
Oh,
My another had four. One had one. So
okay.
that's it.
Okay.
So that's 11. Yeah, I just can't hear 11. 5, 6, 7. No, okay, yeah, correct. 12. So that's but my own dad, when I spoke to him about it, he said from time he have always wanted to have multiple wives, to have like 2 or 3 wives. That has
Mm.
been his intention. But because of religion, Christ, church, and all the preaching, so he turned to now, okay, you know what? Let me just stick to my mom then, and said, then they went to do blessed marriage, went to the church and do church marriage. If not, traditionally, you can go to, you like a woman, go to her family, pay for her diary and bride price, and she's your wife. You can do so for multiple till you get tired. If you have the money, you can continue. So there are some
Okay.
people that have more than 20 wives.
Okay. So let's talk about you said it's called a dowry that you
Yes,
pay for the
diary.
wife. Okay.
Yes.
So again, comparing it to the States, like these men are not doing it right, because if if you had to, pay a price, to get your wife, I think a lot of men, especially, you know, um, men that want multiple wives, like if you had to pay a price for your wife, and like I don't feel like a lot of them could pay for one. You know, feel like you can afford one, let
If you don't pay,
alone
you don't get.
multiple. How
You
much
can't
does the
call her
wife
your wife
cost?
if you've not paid.
Huh?
You can't call her your wife if you've not paid.
You can't call her your wife if you don't pay.
Yes, that's how it is. Yeah. So you have to pay.
Really?
For one, for two, you keep paying, then they become your wife. So some just carry them, put in their house, but still they don't have the wife title. So that's still side chick or baby mama in some cases. But legitimately, if you want to call her your wife, you have to pay. So you pay the diary, you do, so you take a drink, food stuff, different kinds of, so from yam, plantain, red oil, salt, so many things. You package them,
Uh-huh.
then you go to her family, introduce yourself, and then they give you a list of things
Oh,
that they require. Yes, they'll give you a list of things that you have to provide. So
okay.
the wrapper for the dad, to the wrapper for the mom, to drinks, number of drinks, to the community drinks you give to the community. Then the dowry is a little money. It is around different course or here in Nigeria have their own prices. So the one my own is about 130 naira, which is about some cents, some few cents. But then they will return a fraction of it back to you, telling you that okay, we're not selling our daughter, but you
Ah,
keep her, you hold her for us, and you take care of her. And then at some instance, you have to pay tuition fees for some of the siblings. So there are so
what?
many things that entails. But then men still go and get multiple wives and do the same thing over and over and over.
Hmm.
It's quite expensive, but again,
Right. Right. That's just to get her. Then,
yes,
then so you're saying
yes,
like you're kind of like taking on the whole family, right? Because now it's like um that. So you said like you might have to give something for the siblings, the parents.
yes.
So it's like in addition to your wife, now it's like that family is kind of dependent on you a little bit, or is it just pay one fee and they don't ask you for anything else?
So it's usually just one fee. So you
Okay.
just pay that one fee. So it's a choice afterwards if you want to care for them. In some cases, if the family is not that wealthy, you'll find yourself taking care of the family, taking care of your wife and your own kids. So
Hmm.
some family are wealthy, so you won't have that burden. But some parts of Nigeria, when you marry into the family, you marry everybody. You tend to take care of the entire family.
Oh wow. Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. Okay, so Dargan says it is better for every woman who wants to be married to have a husband, or is it better for a man to have as many wives as he can afford? Is
Hmm.
it better for every woman who wants to be married to have a husband, or is it better for every man to have as many wives as he can afford? Um, what do you think? I think he's saying like because we know like in the world today there's a shortage of men, right?
Yes.
So is it
More
more
women.
beneficial that, men can have multiple wives because there's not enough men to go around so that every woman can have a husband? I think that's what he's asking. What are your thoughts on that?
So when it comes to men, from a man's perspective, men will like to have multiple wives. Men would
They
like to
don't?
have multiple. No, they will like to have
They
multiple
will like
wives.
to have more. Okay.
Yes, yeah, so that the whole switch, you can be with this today and be with another. But
Yeah.
or
Like
when
these
women are
days, you like the
more,
variety.
yeah, variety, yeah. But women prefer ownership more. You know, they tend to want to keep to target that this is my man. I'm not sharing. But men
Oh.
share. But men don't like to share their own woman. You understand?
Oh,
Men don't like to share their own woman. But they just like women don't like sharing their own man. But
right.
men like to have multiple wives. So which is better? I think is choice.
Yeah.
It's just your choice. But um, in homes today, when you see like it's a few cases that you see like just 5 kids, all boys. They're usually more girls than more boys. So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we have so many women out there who end up without wives. If we have to share it equally, one man, one woman, one man, one woman,
Right.
there's no,
There's not
there will be,
enough to go
yeah,
around.
it's not enough to go around.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so what are things? Okay. So like, when it comes to choosing a wife, like, what are like qualities that you all look for to decide, like, hey, like that's the woman I want to choose? Is it, is it like based on like the family? Is it how she look? What are some things that you all look for in a wife?
Yeah. So that question has been a serious debate because it varies at some, and it varies based on age also. So at some point in the man's life, we'll say, okay, I'm looking for Yanch. Yanch is big ass woman. That's what they
Wait,
want.
y'all like big asses in Africa too? Everybody got a
Yeah,
big
of
ass.
course. Yeah. So then at some point now, you see, we use the term wife material. What
Okay.
is using here? Say wife material. So what do we most people refer to as wife material, like women that do domestic work. So they come to the house, they
Okay.
clean, they wash, they clean everywhere, cook for you, then service you afterwards, the whole
Uh-huh.
package.
The whole package. Okay.
Yeah. So after so as time progresses, things changes. Now, the cost of, especially if you're living in the cities like in Lagos or Abuja, cost of living is quite high. So when you try to balance it, you see you prefer someone that does work, that has
Okay.
something to do. Let's say she's an entrepreneur and earns a lot of money, or works in a big firm and makes money.
Okay.
So you have to be sharp. Now, have something going on, then just to bring some sort of support system in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So um, because of so to bring some sort of support in the house. So what the characteristics that men looks out for now, I think it's more of who they can rely on
Okay.
to support the system running the home and all. So
Yeah.
it's not more of, but the young ones are still, or all of us go through these stages when in your 20s. You go out for the beauty, how beautiful she is, and whatnot. How when she goes out, you can present her and all. But then after time, you tend to see there's more to it and not just the beauty anymore. So you want to
Right.
see someone that can really raise your kid,
Yeah.
can transfer some certain morals to your child. So those are the things that I start looking out for to settle in.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. So when it comes to, because I'm glad you touched on this, like a woman's qualities, like being more around, like how can she, how is she going to raise your kids, and is she a good woman? Can she take care of the house? Um, when it comes to contributing to the household, um, that's a because I feel like the same woman that can, take care of the house and all of that, like she can do that. But if she's also working, then, to help contribute to the household, then it's like that's a lot to bear on a woman. So, like, in the States, that, a lot of men are like, well, 50-50, we're going to
Yeah.
split the bills, but they still expect the woman to do all the wifely duties, take care of the home, cook the food, rear the children, and go out and make money to contribute half of the house to the household. So, like, what is like, you can give me kind of the traditional understanding of like that whole 50-50, or like, is the man supposed to be the provider in Nigeria, or do you all split that and you all split the household duties as well? Like what does 50-50 look like over there? Because 50-50 over here ain't 50-50.
Ah, 50-50 will not work here. Some people try it. It won't work here because in most cases, uh, men here in Nigeria, sure, African men like to be worshipped.
Mm,
So yeah, they like to be worshipped. So if a man likes to be worshipped, he wants to go all man in. Going all man in. Most men tend to uh, tell their wife after they get married to them, stop working, stay home,
uh-huh.
and raise our kids. Once they
Okay.
have probably the very first 1 year, 2 years, but once she becomes pregnant, no more work.
No more
All you
work. Okay.
Yeah, focus and take care of and raise the kid. So some don't really care about all that. They just go out there and get help. So
Mm-hmm.
house help. He'll be ready. She'll be ready. They go out and they leave the kids behind. And that's when we have now different types of our kids go to school very early. Call them crash. So still from a very tender age, I think even 1 year. Once
Okay.
the once the mother stops breastfeeding, the child is off, and then she goes back to her work. So um, men by default here are providers.
Okay.
We don't go out and expect a woman to bring their wallet and pay or contribute or try to pay um, part of the money we spent out going out. No,
Mm-hmm.
they tend to be the only one to foot the entire bill unless
Okay.
she's in a position to contribute. And most of the time, when they want to do the contribution, they do it behind the scene and not,
Mm,
let's say, a husband and wife, they go to let's say, to the bar, they have drinks, the man is bringing the check, the wife is bringing her own check. No, rather, if the man doesn't have enough, the lady will put her own contribution behind the scene to the man
Okay.
before, yes, before going out. So when they go out there, the man tends to be the one to flip the bill, to pay everything,
Mm-hmm.
and just to kind of maintain our ego.
Yeah,
For
no, that makes sense.
yeah, so we tend to that's how we do ours. Yeah, no 50-50.
No
Some people
50-50.
do, yeah, some people do 50-50, but the ones that do 50-50, some of them, I think the new generation, the old school, they don't do 50-50. They just
Okay.
say, okay, so what's the bill? They pay from the house rent to the light bill, to the water bill, to the school fees, to clothing of the kids, to clothing the wife, to buying groceries in the house. You understand? Both for the car, for the generator, all the bills.
Yeah.
So if she makes her own money is just for her to, look good, buy the extra clothes that she wants, fix
Yeah.
the extra hair, do make her hair, fix her nails, all the little stuff that she can't do. But the main bills still fall to the man, even though the
And
wife is making a lot of money.
yeah, and you know what? Like that traditional um thinking is like what I'm used to, because like my father, like he always said, and I think it was like one of my uncles that quoted him. He said, your dad taught me how to be a man. And he said, my dad told him that the man's responsibility is to keep a roof over your family's head, keep food in the refrigerator,
Yeah,
and keep, the lights on. And it didn't matter, because my mom's on here. Hey mama PJ. Oh, she said hi to you, Des, and she said, so Priscilla
hello.
Johnson from ATL, that's my mom. So,
Oh,
and my mom, she'll speak to this. Like my dad, like whatever, she worked 2-3 jobs, and she's just a hustler. That's where I get it from. But she was never like, okay, well you're working, all these jobs, so you need to pay this bill, you need to pay that bill. He will take care of whatever he needs to take care of, just because that's just who he is. That's how he was raised. And I feel like, like this newer generation, mostly the ones that come from like the single moms, were raised by a single mom. They're
yeah,
used to seeing the moms do so much that they think that is the rightful place for women.
right.
Like, okay, well, that's what y'all want to do. You want to you want to work, pay the bills, and take care of the family. And it's like, well, where does a man fall in? But I think it's kind of been that way by default, not by like design. We don't want it to be that way, but we're gonna get out here and take care of our families if we need to. You know
But
what I'm saying?
how do you guys go on dates in the States? When and then a guy will be asking you out, invite you out for a date, and then you'll be bringing out your own check to pay part of the bill. Oh, that's not how it's done.
No. So typically I would say like if a guy asks me out, I'm expecting that he's going to pay, but I always bring my own money just in case
Just
there's
in
any
case.
problems.
Uh,
But like I'll give you an example of a time where this guy invited me out, right? And so one of the things in the States that we always deal with is like, women are like, I'm not going to eat at this place. Like, if you're going to take me out, you got to take me to an expensive restaurant and all this type of stuff, right?
oh,
But that I wasn't even on that. But like the guy was like, I'm going to take you to, um, I don't know, it was like Outback Steakhouse, which is like, it's not an expensive place to go to dinner. And I was like, okay, for the first date. In my mind, I'm like, okay, so I'm counting his money in my mind. I'm like, okay, he doesn't have a lot of money. Okay. And I was just like, well, that Outback is closer to you. Why don't we choose a restaurant closer to me? and I sent him a list of restaurants. Now, the price point for the restaurants that I sent him was more than Outback, right? And so
Mhm.
he's like, okay, well, yeah, that's fine if you're paying. Right. Now, so now I have to pay because I don't want to go to
So,
Outback by your house. And it was like, dude, like you want to go out with me. I don't want to go out with you. Like, I didn't ask you out. Like you're trying to get my time. And so it's like, like I wasn't trying to like downplay the place that he chose, even though I questioned it in my mind. Like, that's what you think of me? Like I don't deserve like,
a
something a little
big place,
nicer.
Yeah, it's what
Right.
you
But
can
yeah,
afford.
so, huh?
So yeah, that's what you can afford at the time. And besides, he's not sure of how, the outcome of the outing yet. So men are always very calculative. So do I? Is this going to be a very credible investment?
Thank you.
Yeah, should I? If I should spend, what of if it goes bad and we don't tend to see again? So let's say I'll now waste like $200 or waste. Nah, let's see, start slow. So that was what he was doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing. But I'll say this: like, if I'm in a relationship with someone, or not even just in a relationship, if we're dating, um, for the most part, the man will pay. But let's just say it's something that I wanted to do, right? I'm like, oh, I want to go to this concert. I bought us some tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
I don't, like, I'm not going to say, send me the money for the tickets. Because, I asked you to come, like, I'm inviting you out, so I don't mind paying.
Inviting you.
Right. Or let's just say he's paid for every date. And then I'm like, you know what?
Let's be my treat
It's your
today.
birthday. I want to take you to dinner, or you know what? Let's go for drinks, or I might leave a tip. Like I don't mind. It's not like I'm doing this because I want a free meal, and I can also show appreciation by at times I can do something for you. So I feel like that's okay. But no, I'm not. If you're asking me out, I'm not. I can leave my wallet at home. Only thing I'm
So
bringing is my driver's license.
so that means bill splitting is usually during relationship. Bill splitting. It's
Bill
why a
splitting.
relationship.
Yeah, I would say I would say for the most part, I don't even feel like that. Yeah, in a relationship, like it's the man still should pay.
Yeah, that's what Nigerian men are used to. We're used to paying the bills. So most of us raised back in the days used to pay the bills. So we're used to splitting the bill feels awkward to us.
Uh huh.
So now if we can't afford it, we don't go. We push
See,
it for
that's what
later.
y'all need to learn, man. If you can't afford it, stay home. That's like
Yeah, yeah. So push it for a later date. That's it. So as not to embarrass yourself, because at
right.
the end you feel embarrassing. So one of the things why even the ones that want it won't do it is because of the backlash that comes from the woman afterwards. So let's say at home, um the woman steps in to pay some bills. Now during arguments, she will use it to rob you always.
Ah.
So men don't like stuff like that. So
Hey,
they
women
want to
in the States do that too. Like if I
I pay
guarantee
your
you, if the
bills,
woman
I
is paying
pay
the
this
bills,
bill, I pay that bill, I pay this, I pay that. Who are you? Stuff like that.
yeah.
That's one of the reasons they don't want to do it.
I wholeheartedly understand because like that, and that's what a lot of these men who, have a woman taking care of them. They're not living just an easy life. Like that woman gonna bring that up every argument, every
Yeah,
chance she'll put you out. Like who
yeah.
wants to let a woman have that type of control over them? Like pay your way, bruh. Pay your way. Okay,
Whoa.
so let me ask you this. So, um, in the States, like Nigeria sometimes has a negative stigmatism to it, right? Where it's like we think that like there's a lot of scammers in Nigeria. Like there's Nigerian men that are like scamming American women, like sweet talking us and get us to start sending them money. Like, what's up with those men? Where they come from? That don't sound like a provider right there.
Oh boy.
Is that
So,
true or is that a myth? Is that a myth about Nigerian men being scammers?
you know, I represent a quarter of Nigerian men.
Okay.
So, is that a myth or it's reality? Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Okay, the thing is this: we have a lot of scammers here, but actually, scamming there's really no excuse for people to scam. I think it all boils down to uh, the individual. Nowadays, I think is a lot of lazy people out there. While growing up, at the age of between 17, between 17 to 21, we tend to learn skills. After school, we find somewhere to learn a particular skill or a trade, something to see how to make money and grow your money. But
Okay.
the case has changed. At what point it changed, I'm not really too sure. Uh, the young ones these days don't like, they just want to make it big all the way, like have millions of dollars coming every day and don't know how to save one cent to grow a dollar like that upwards. They just want to hit it big once. And
Mhm.
that's why scamming grew. But yeah, well, just because Nigerians are popular, that's why it looks as if more Nigerians. But the crazy part, a lot of Chinese and Indians does that too.
You're right. You're right.
But again, anything Nigeria do, we tend to blow things so big and we tend to be very popular and stuff like this. But again,
Yeah.
but that is what it is. Uh, once the only thing is this: the going back to the days before internet. Yes, it was slow, but when the whole internet era started year 2000 and young boys started understanding computer, one of the first things is scam that they where did they even learn it from? It's still somewhere around the world too. Other countries are really not in Nigeria because we're just like 24 years, yeah, this
Yeah.
5 years into the internet space,
Right.
and yet we've checked it a lot. Or because we are volume and we always tend to go big in everything we do.
Okay. Yeah. So like no, but like I agree with you when you talk about like the younger generation, like you know not really knowing how to like save money, find new ways to make money. Like it's like they want the easy way to make a dollar. That's prevalent over here as well. And we got just as many scammers
Uh-huh.
over here. Like it's not a Nigerian thing. I think it's the way that the Nigerian men tend to do. Like it's like going after the woman, right? It's like creating this profile with this fine man online, and
Yes.
and then
Okay.
you charm her, and then you're a doctor or you work on the oil rig,
But they
and
usually don't. They don't, usually don't play Nigerian characters. They usually play American or European or
yeah,
somewhere and English.
Oh yeah, they
character.
never say that they're from Nigeria. Like,
Nigeria.
yeah, they don't say they're from Nigeria.
Nigeria. So it's just behind the scene afterwards, but
Oh,
it's all packaging. So if Nigeria government package Nigeria properly, I think it will not be as popular as it is when it comes to scamming. So it
yeah,
will still be subtle because other people do it more than us. But
yeah,
then by just popular in it, in everything Nigeria do, we tend to be very popular.
yeah,
That's why.
for real. Okay, so like, I don't know, like right now, I would say in the US, we are like fascinated with African weddings. Like, I was like, you know what? I don't care if I don't marry an African, I'm having an African wedding
Hmm.
because y'all turn up. Like, the party
Yeah,
is so lit.
we throw the best parties ever. Yes, give it to Nigeria for parties. So the top of the list is still the Yorubas. The
Okay, the
Yorubas will kill it
Yorubas.
with the colors, they'll kill it with the music, with the food. Most importantly, the food. There's always
Ooh,
food. Yeah. So you can turn up in a party, let's say the party starts since 12 noon.
okay,
Turn up by 6 p.m. There's still food.
okay.
Yeah, everything's still fresh. You can still get stuff to eat. Please, you still have maximum fun. So, the Yorubas, the Igbos, yeah, I think those are the top two.
Now, these are
Uh,
tribes. What
yes,
is
so
the
there are
Yoruba?
tribes.
Okay,
Yes, there are tribes in Nigeria.
okay,
Yeah, so you see when you see the different colors. We get Ashwebi girls, so they wear a particular attire. The moms, church, uh, women, they wear their own attire. The family will wear their attire. You now see the groom, let's say the first daughter's husband, the first son, wife, have our own crew. They'll wear their own color for the day. So just like that. So for weddings, for birthdays, and for burial ceremony.
so even
So
for a funeral, y'all partying like that with the
yes, if
food
you
and the
yes,
DJ and the
yes,
really?
no, yeah, yeah. So yeah, for funeral, yeah, we do parties. Every opportunity to throw party, yeah, we do parties a lot.
Now, are weddings expensive? Because first of all, like the throwing of the money,
Yeah, yeah.
like
Okay, that's how to show if you have money or not. You have to spare.
you have
So
to.
you have
Okay.
to, yes, you have to spray money to show that you're wealthy. You're a big boy, you're a big girl. If you just sitting not spraying money, that means you don't belong to the crew. So you have to
Oh,
represent. So they have to capture you because later on when they're watching the video, they need to say, okay, yeah, that's done throwing some money, yeah, you know. So all for the hype, all for the packaging, all for the show off. It's more of show off, but again, this is what it is. So we have money changers. You see them all over the place. They'll give you like a bundle of one thousand, 1,000, which is 100. Let me do 500. So for 500, a bundle of it,
okay.
100 pieces is 50K. But then they'll sell it for 60, 65, or 70K. The mint. So that's the one you spray.
Oh,
So it's like a tradition, but again, it's against the rule. It's against the Nigerian currency to throw the money that way.
oh, it's against the rules now. Is that a new
Yeah,
rule? Every video I see, they throwing the money
it's,
like on your
it's been
birthday, you
there.
get money.
It's been there for a very long time, but I think the first person that they used as a scapegoat was Bobrisky.
Okay.
Uh, so I think they arrested him, went to court, then to jail for uh, is it deflating? No, that's not. What's the word that they use? One
Defacing the.
defacing the Nigerian currency.
Oh
Nigerian
wow.
currency. Yeah. So they have to stack it like this, and then they just be throwing it.
Yeah, I think we started that in Atlanta and in Magic City at the strip club. That's what.
Yeah. Okay. Spray money is a strip club thing. That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, but it's not anymore. It's not a
So now
normal thing, yeah, in
no
every
more doing the
occasion. So
wedding.
yeah, you look out for how much how many bills. So and again, depend on the occasion, the kind of currency you see.
Okay.
So you go to some places, let's say where I'm currently, I use Warri Delta State. People will spray the lowest denomination, 5 naira, 10 naira, 20 naira, $50. The bundle of it, they'll still be spraying. There's only like some, not up to $10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not up to $10. The bill, if you calculate it down, those ones go. Then in the cities like in Lagos, they tend to spray from 200. So a bundle of that is 20,000 naira. With our current exchange rate is about 15 bucks.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it.
But
Everybody
more of
got
it. So
800.
no, they do more. They do more of it. So they
Yeah.
do more of that. Some occasions they spray dollars.
Okay.
I've been to some occasions for only $100 bills. Some they spray $1 bills.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on who is doing the party and the
Okay.
people that are there at the party. So that determines the kind of money that they spray. Well, we spray all kind of money, mostly nairas and dollars.
Yeah.
I think pounds is a little bit scarce, so we don't really deal with pounds. You know, your money is popular here too, so we
Yeah.
spray it.
Yeah. So who pays for the wedding? Like, is it like the bride's family? Is it the husband's family? Is it just the husband who pays for the wedding?
Is the husband pays for the wedding. If the bride family is wealthy, the bride family tends to do some of the. So it's like division of labor. They
Okay.
handle some parts, but most majority of the setup, the plans comes from the bride and the groom, which
Okay.
automatically becomes the groom. So the groom tends to pay a lot of the bills if he's wealthy. If he's not wealthy, uh, the bride's family is wealthy, they tends to pay also, but he must bring a lot of money, must contribute a lot into it, unless he's not ready to get married or you don't want to do something big, you just want to do something very subtle. Then
Okay.
they go low. But majority of the bills in a marriage setup usually comes from the man.
Okay. 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 What are some myths or things that you've heard about like dating and marriage in the States? What are some of the things, so I could tell you if it's true or not? What have you heard about? Let's just talk about like women in the States. What are some myths that I can dispel for you right now?
Yes. So one of the popular ones I've read is about uh, what's the word now we use? When the woman's hair is touched, like electric used to touch. Hmm. In Nigeria, we call it coin. That's what we call it here.
What's that? Oh, squirting. Wait,
Okay, yes.
wait, wait,
Uh,
wait, 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 wait. What you heard that? What did you hear about squirting? Wait.
so I said mostly African Americans, the black women, tends to go all crazy after like when they're married, after like a few weeks, months into the marriage that it tends to go crazy. The peak offenses from every little thing.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I heard one crazy one that some of them will sleep and they will have a dream and will like, who is that woman you're sleeping with? Who is that woman you're sleeping with? I saw it. God revealed it to me in my dream. Revealed it to me. I saw it. You understand? I heard that a lot too.
Okay, so let me. Okay, so you gave me three of them. So one of them was about squirting. So that one about the WAP, is that what you talk about? Like, do we have WAP?
Yes, whack, whack, you go
WAP.
crazy.
Look, hey, it's not as common as you would think, but some of us do. Yes, that is a thing. And typically that happens when it's really up to the man to bring that out of a woman. It's like you gotta hit her, you gotta hit the right spot to bring the waterfalls, as we call them. So but yes, that is true. Um, Now, when it comes to like you said, like when when you get married, then all of a sudden, like, what is it like? You know, less sex. She's not as nice. She's not that type of
Yeah,
thing.
as sweet as
Yeah.
when we wish she was while dating. Now she's married. She tends to go crazy over little things.
Okay. So I will say that that is a common thing that like men will complain that like when we were just boyfriend and girlfriend, like she would do anything, like she was more attentive. She um I can get sex as much as I want, and then once we get married, we get into a routine, and then she's nitpicking and stuff like that. So I would say that has nothing to do with whether you're in the States or you're in Nigeria or you're wherever you are. Women, I do feel like we we may get into a marriage and then like feel like, "Oh, I got him, so now I can just relax. I don't have to, put on this show for him anymore." And I'm not gonna say I agree with that and that's how it should be, but that does happen often. I think that when you're just dating and it's fun and there's not um, all the responsibilities of the family, and marriage is really hard. It's a lot of work, right? And so I do sometimes feel like women start to feel like they're neglected by their husbands. They feel like the husbands aren't doing all the things that they did to get them. And so then there starts to be like some type of resentfulness, and then we're like passively aggressively punishing the husband. It's like, you're not doing all the things you did when we were dating. So
Yeah.
I'm not giving you none. No, if I got to do all the cooking, the cleaning, and this, then I'm tired. Or so
You
I
don't
feel
do
like
that.
that does happen.
The women do clean, cooking, take care of the kids there in the States.
Yeah, you didn't think so?
I thought they tend to split it. The man will, if the woman is washing the plate, it gives to the man. The man will clean it up,
No,
stuff like that.
for the most part, I feel like the woman is still doing most of the domestic work, but there are men that can and will help. But yeah, for the most part, I feel like we're doing the cooking, the cleaning. Um, yeah, men. I feel like when they are by themselves, and and like I said, remember I talked about them being raised by like single mothers who they saw their mom doing everything. Like she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's washing, she's raising kids, she's working, she's doing all those things. They tend to think that that's just how women are, and that's we're super women and we can do it all.
Yeah, you're a
So
superwoman.
right. And so they're like, well, if I'm
Yeah,
coming in paying bills, that's my only job. Because they didn't see a man in the household helping with things like that. So they, they're like, hey, this is just like when I live with my mom. My mom did everything, so at least I'm helping you by paying some bills. You're welcome.
Oh, okay.
That's how they
Okay.
act.
So,
Wait, this is my best friend. Who do he think we are?
salvage. Salvage.
He said it should be a balance. I agree, DeMarcus. It should be a balance. And I kind of feel like when we start talking about like the finances, we kind of use that as a way to decide, well, who should run the household, and whoever like makes the most money, then
Uh-huh.
that's all they have. They get
Yeah,
award.
that makes a lot of sense. So if the woman stays back and do all the domestic work, the man should complain about the bills. So as they come, he pays them. As they come, he pays them.
Yeah,
Because that is his only job. As far as not doing any domestic work, he shouldn't complain about bills also. So he shouldn't be expecting the woman to pay any bill either,
right.
unless yeah, splitting it. They decide, you know what, we can do one day in, one day out, one week in, one week out. This week, my turn. But it's not easy.
Yeah,
Running after the kids is a crazy job, man.
yeah, it
Then
is.
we go crazy doing that. Ah,
Okay. Necessary, unnecessary says gender roles are universal. Yes, they are. It's just not in the States or in Nigeria. Yeah, it is. But it's like I feel like our generations we're trying to get away from, the way our parents were, our parents, grandparents, and I don't feel like
yeah.
all of those traditions have been passed down. So my children probably don't have those same roles. Like, well, my son is responsible for taking out the trash, but I make him do dishes too.
So
They
growing up
fight over who's
is
doing the
a
dishes.
routine. So growing up in my house is a routine. They split the house chores. Some people will sweep, some will clean, some will wash the clothes, some will wash the dishes. So it's a routine. When you wake up in the morning, you know the job assigned to you to do,
Oh,
and then they turn it. They turn it every week. So you must have something doing. At the end, they end up doing. And if and when they start going out, like going to school, boarding houses, the fewer people left behind will have more work to do. So, but these days we have helps in the house, so the kids don't tend to do any of these things. They just wake up, pick the phone, start pressing their phone all day long. I know
yeah, and they're on their phone all
the
day long.
house help will come and sweep, clean, they carry the clothes, put them in washing machine, and also I don't think we are passing it down anymore. That's broken off.
Right. Yeah, and
That's
isn't
it.
it like cheap to like have like, someone to come like clean your house and cook and stuff like that in Nigeria? Like, do the women
We,
even need to do all of that if you can afford to pay someone?
no, so even plus that, so we have helps. House help. They stay in the quarters in the house.
Okay.
So they clean everything, even to sort out the clothes to put into washing machine. They do all that. But some women like keeping themselves busy. Even after the house help come and sweep, they still will take the broom and sweep themselves again. And so some are like that. Some houses have um, chefs that cook for them.
Uh-huh.
Some don't. So it all depends. Uh, the size of the family and how wealthy they are. But we have all that here.
Okay.
Hmm.
You have to have a lot of money here to have like live-in help. So
Oh no, we pay them less to nothing here. Compare. So I usually hear help you pay up to like 3,000 USD a month. Nah, we get some of them free. We get some of them free. All you need to do is just put them in school.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So some will be happy to live with you, provided they see food to eat. Just feed them, and they will be
Okay,
doing
so if
your.
my girl Portia is watching, Portia, you need to get you someone from Nigeria to come in. 'Cause, like, that's like my friend Portia. Like she wants to. No, because she's like looking for like someone to to help. She has a special needs. Um, she has a child that has special needs, and so she's like been looking for someone to come in and help, and like a live in, and it's just so hard to find that in the States, or it's very 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 expensive.
Expensive.
Yeah,
And
it's like ridiculous. It's like, well, I might as well stay home and do it myself. Like now you're making more money than me.
Mhm. But to bring in someone from here is also very difficult. To bring in someone, I know of someone that they took from Nigeria to UK for that, and then after a while, she stopped doing it. She became a woman of her own and moved out. So that's the thing. How long will the help be with her
Right.
after a while? So when she meets someone else and they expose her, open her eyes to, ooh, you're supposed to be making, how much are they paying? Nothing. And he said, oh, it's supposed to be any XYZ amount, and then he'll take his phone and calculate it to Naira. Woo, this is big millions. Uh-uh. Everything will change.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Okay, so DeMarcus, what did he say? He said, okay, when we were talking about like sharing, duties of the household, he said, if I see something need to be done, I do it.
Yeah.
And I pay attention to my woman. Okay, DeMarcus, that's what I'm talking about. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. It's hard for a brother. Is it hard for y'all? But what's so hard? What's so hard? You got all these beautiful women. There's not enough men to go around. If you're a good man, I'm sure you can find you a good one. What
So,
is this? Is it? She should apply for service. She should apply for services. Tell her hit me. Okay, I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna tell her to hit you, Nip. Okay, so I know we're a little bit over. I just have one because I wanted to do the tonight's conversation cards. So
okay.
these. Oh, is that upside down? This way. Okay. So these are questions I like to pull these out like when I'm with like a group of friends. I've even pulled them out like on dates because these
Okay.
are just like cards that have like different like dating and relationship topics. And I like to see everyone's different perspectives on things. So I'm gonna just pull out one for you. And okay, oh, this is fun. Okay, so I just want to get your answer to this question. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
This is fun. Okay,
You're making me nervous.
get ready.
Okay.
After having amazing sex,
Uh-huh.
your significant other asks if it's the best sex you've ever had. It is not. Would you tell the truth or lie?
Lie. I'll lie. I'm sorry, I would lie.
Good answer.
So I should not feel bad.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, you're a lie. You're a lie. His
Because
name is not Demarius.
if is bad and you
Demarius.
just say
Sorry,
it will spoil the
Demarius.
mood.
What'd you say?
I said, if it's bad and you come clean, that is
You
bad.
will complain. Okay, good. Speak up. Speak up. I don't know. Okay, I would lie, especially in the moment.
Yes, in the
Because
moment. Yes,
I want
no
to I
problem.
want to stroke my man's ego. I don't want him to like immediately you know
Mm-hmm. So probably afterwards,
Oh,
from just when we're all settled in and just having normal conversation, then I say, the other day, that was bad.
what?
That's it. But then the feeling will be different. But at the
Okay.
moment, uh,
Okay, so what do you think about maybe instead of saying it's bad, maybe like, explaining what you like, right? Like, what? Remember the other night?
if you had done it this way, this
Yeah, can we try this or can we try that? Or even in the moment, like, give me some feedback.
yeah, I believe in conversation during sex is very important. That way, both people will enjoy it. So you mentioned how you feel, how you like to be touched, and all. If you're enjoying it, you say it. If you're not, you nudge the person. If you don't want to say it, probably they're touching in the way you don't like. You will move their hands away.
There you go.
And you know.
Nonverbal. Oh my God. Oh wait. Oh wait. Okay, I gotta read this one, and then we're gonna go. Then we're gonna go. Okay. Okay. Oh, never mind. You already answered that. Never mind. Okay. Hold on. I thought that was a good. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay. 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 So
Someone
this one, a
else
man,
talking. Okay.
a man tells his significant other to be submissive. She tells him that's outdated. That's an outdated way of thinking. Who's right? Because I heard like Nigerian men like their women
To
submissive.
the submissive. Hmm. But again, what is even being submissive? That's the thing. It's submissive in the relationship. And so the way they interpret it is just different way how people see being submissive. If a woman, for example, is wealthy, a man and a woman, the woman is wealthy, and then uh, she told the husband, I feel like going to Dubai for the weekend with my girls. And then the husband, uh, who is insecure, reply with, "No, you cannot go. You can't go with your friends. I don't like it. You guys will be hanging out with other men. You have to
Uh-huh.
stay back." Now, the woman can afford to go and does not depend and does not need the man's money
Right.
to go. Hmm?
Yeah.
And she decides not to go. She's submissive. But
Yeah.
if the woman cannot afford it, you understand,
Yeah.
and decide same thing, not to go. So the way submission comes in play, something you can't really, nobody can stop you, but on your own decide to do it, to stop, not to
Right.
go there. Yes, you are submissive to the man. So the cases of being submissive and not submissive is in a relationship differs and play a different role. So being outdated or uh, not being outdated, I think it's not a question of being outdated or not being outdated. Men likes to want to show control, power all the time, especially to
Right.
their women, and they tend to do that when they have a lot of money, and they tend to downplay on the woman if the woman don't have money and can't
Yeah.
really do these things unless they give it a go. So some of them, the thing they really want to do, if they can afford it, they can still go. And then tend to say, okay, you're not submissive. You understand? They can afford it and say, damn what you say, I'm going with my girls for the weekend. Yeah, that's submissive. So
Yeah.
it all depends
Yeah.
on the individual involved.
Good answer. Good answer. Well, this has been a pleasure. I want to thank everyone for joining. And Desmond, this was great. I appreciate you. I got to have you back on because we got some more questions about Nigeria, like especially my sisters out here. Like I showed a couple of my girlfriends the video, the promo video for today. They're like, we need to go to Africa. That's where
Yeah,
all the husbands are. Like,
I have lots of African dudes for you guys. You should
you
come.
got a lot
Oh,
of single friends up there?
I'll be a plug.
Don't you don't plug. Okay.
Yes, I'll be a plug. I need to
Hey,
I'll
I
start
might
doing
start
the
an
promo.
African dating service. I look, let me you find the men, I'll find the women. Let's get this.
Brilliant. Ah, yeah, that's good. I'll vent them. And then we'll see all the criteria what they're looking for. Oh,
Look, my
I'll
mama
make
talking about yes, yeah. Mama, you got somebody. No, come on, mama. Like y'all got some zaddies over there. But no, with my mom, she's like super excited. She wants to go to Africa so bad. She just heard about just how like especially like the elders, like they're treated with so much respect and
yes,
taken care of, and
yes.
it's it's yeah, she's excited to come to
They
Africa.
attend to elderly people, so they call them the old citizens. They attend to them first anywhere they
Ah,
walk into before any other person. They attend to them very fast once they are of age. So old citizens, that's how they refer to them. So I've had that first-hand experience with my dad. When I took him to do his international passport, the way they were attending, they saw him, they saw me, and then they automatically knew, oh, must be my dad. And then it was first class treatment all the way.
wow,
Something that would have taken like hours took a few minutes, and we're done, and we left.
really?
Yes.
I love it.
So old age is sweet here in Nigeria. It's fun.
Ah, old age is sweet.
Yeah, so it's not like we don't. I don't think we have old people's home here. That we just cramp people and just put them in one house like you guys do the old people's
Yeah, and
home.
nursing home.
No, we don't have them. So the old people, most of them tends to go back to their village.
Okay.
Then they see a lot of people who just be coming around to greet them almost every day. So they are always busy, and then they would now be able to do some walk around some farm chores, just little gardening in their area there. So
Nice.
I think old age here in Nigeria is sweet.
Yeah. Respect for elders is wisdom. That's right. Yeah, my mom said, yes, I do. Okay. Is my uncle watching this? Book the ticket. We're going to. Yeah, because like in my family, my mom she's now, my grandmother passed a couple of years ago. My mom is like the matriarch of a family now.
Okay.
And so, yeah, whatever she wants, like, let's go. She wants to come to Africa now. Okay, well. But no, this was great. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you being open to me getting all in your business, and you definitely dispelled some myths for us about love over in Africa, and yeah, this was dope. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. It was fun
Yeah.
all the way. Smart love.
Smart love. You
Yeah.
like that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Y'all have a good night. Smart Love Sunday.
Bye.